Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
50 seconds to mine. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 76 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they described that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go!
2nd and 3. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
You got nothing.
Hey, let's go.
50 seconds, run.
Hey, we got you 5.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 2, 3.
Now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Trubisky. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
57. Mike, 57.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Andrew Billings able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
At the Vikings 48-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Lock in, lock in.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Ran, talk.
Bang.
Now it's Trubisky. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Touchdown, Chicago. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike 57.
Hey, tighten down.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Smith here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
34 yards. First down, Vikings.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hard.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, check 33.
Go.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Watch the screen. Watch the
Two.
Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
Go. 57. Mike, 57.
On first down, Trubisky. This one caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Check, 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 check.
Lock in, lock in.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
That's the way.
Lights 57's right. All day, dog.
Alert, 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 alert.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, 18.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Vikings 7.
It's going to be a long day.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. First down, a run with Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. There he goes left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Squeeze. Be driven.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch the slants, watch the slant.
Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got the Joker, his big tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Trubisky now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Watch screen.
Alert, 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 alert.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Slam.
Red, touch.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he whips that one incomplete there. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
58 to Mike.
You ain't going nowhere.
Get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They'll set up a throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Come, baby. Come, baby. Woo! Check 3, check 3.
Protein spill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
57's the Mike. Rock 57.
Here we go, here we go.
57.
Here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, check the backer. Check the backer.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Check pass. Check pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Alert, 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 alert. 5.
Mike 42.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
70, Indy.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill, kill, kill.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Trubisky to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
'57's Mike. Mike 57. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Go! 180!
57. Watch the pass.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
57 to Mike.
Hey, high 7!
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Come on, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
57 to Mike.
Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Minnesota.
Ready up.
33, check line 33.
Exit, exit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Right there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check my...
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run on first down. Cohen, so quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 6. Open man, here's Foster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Let's go.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 25.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
You better bring it.
A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
At the Vikings' 38-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Red,
Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Mike.
180.
Hey.
Now Trubisky on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him.
And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
180! I'm coming.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check. Alert, 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 alert.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go! Shoot!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
You go tight.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Let's go.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
You got it. You got it.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that